Welcome to the Edge with the Cliff. This is, I guess, going to be an update on here from our virtual condo, where I now reside in virtuality on the internet. And, well, maybe later tonight we'll do another one from outside of the poolside. Who knows? We could. We have the abilities, but right now I want to show you something else that we can do, because my special thanks goes out to some people. Very thankful to some folks who helped me make this possible. Okay, this is my Facebook page that you're looking at right now. Okay, and what we have here is well, that's all my Facebook stuff. That's what you see when you look up Clif Desmond with one F, CLIFDESMOND. Okay, on Facebook. Okay, and that, yeah. And oh, I get a little less hair in that one. Okay, I'll tell you what else we can do. We can show you some of the other things that we have now. Very inspired by Jeffrey Daugherty. Jeffrey Daugherty is the guy with the Christian Whistleblower show on YouTube, and fascinating program. Now, I'm on his website, so I can show this to you, and I got a pop-up in here. Can you believe that? They gave me a pop-up. That's how nice of them. Okay, now, he's the Christian Whistleblower. He's got some products and stuff like that there. But he's appeared on Coast to Coast with George Norrie. Now, George Norrie picked up with Coast to Coast after Art Bell gave it up quite some time ago, and he's still out there somewhere. But George Norrie, Coast to Coast. The first time I ever heard Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, was on Coast to Coast. I was tuned in. I had got one of those $6 a month subscriptions where you go in there and check it out all the time. And I was going through these shows because I like certain topics and stuff. And then there's this guy that has this book out about the Apostle Paul Antichrist. And that's what got my attention. And boy, I'm glad he did get my attention, because he's into all kinds of things. And right now, the way the political and the pandemic and all the stuff that's going on, look what he's into now. It was banned on YouTube, The Untold Story about who started the international slave trade and who brought it to America. Knowing this well-guarded secret will give you the keys to understand everything from the American Civil War, Lincoln's War, to the unrest that we see in our cities today. Now, that was banned by YouTube, but he's got something in here that you can... Oh, he does have a video in here where some of that information is stored. Now, I can't play YouTube videos on my videos because I put my videos on YouTube. Here's another interesting one. See, Jeffrey Daugherty was for 20 years a minister in the Jimmy Swaggart Ministries realm over there in the Louisiana area, I guess. And that's 20 years of a really big church, big salary and all that, which, of course, he was a Bible college graduate to get into that gig. But since then, he has continued in his research. And I think everybody ought to research the way Jeffrey Daugherty does. You have the resources. I don't know. I'm not a Hebrew scholar. I don't know. I don't understand Hebrew and Greek and Aramaic and all that. How does he do it? So for 20 years, a successful, prosperous minister, evangelical Christian church, discloses the shocking story that Christianity is a Jewish invention to keep man in a fear and guilt-controlled matrix, evidenced by the Jesus character uttering an old Jewish curse from the cross itself. I wonder what that was. It might not have been that "Why hast thou forsaken me" translation. That's kind of weird. No? I'm curious, so I'm going to ask a rabbi, and I'll get back with you on it. But in the meantime, the way Jeffrey Daugherty does his studies, it's amazing. He has access to a website called, let me see if I can find out where here it is, Bible Hub. Now, you'll like Bible Hub, but you look up the verse of, that you want to really translate, And he shows you how to do this, and you should be watching him show you how to do this. Okay? So I'm not going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you the site, because there's more to it than what he shows you. He shows you the interlinear and how to use that to find all the translations to all the scriptures or the script. But there's some Bible study tools in here. I mean, if you want to really understand what's going on, if you're working towards one of those world religion doctorate degrees, there's some help in here. You've got apocryphas, atlases, Bibles, commentary, concordances, devotions, dictionary, encyclopedia, Greek, Hebrew, interlinear. You see, all these study tools are in here, and I think these will all tell you how to use the site. Look at those old world maps. Remember when the world used to be flat? I thought it was flat and round. The Zoom system, which does allow green screen and also multiple people in an actual show. We could set up these shows. I can do little 30-minute shows. I don't have the high price. Well, maybe not that high price once you're selling thousands of books every day, like Jeffrey Darty is. And it probably did me good to write a couple of them. But if you've got a product to sell and you'd like to be a guest on the Edge of the Cliff, it'd be a good stepping stone up to other shows and podcasts that are out there that you could end up being guests on. But you got to be seen. Or maybe you have appeared on other shows and you want to be seen some more. Well, I would love to set up, because I'm doing a new thing right now. It's called Insiders in the Spiritual Realm. I'm looking for insiders in the spiritual realm who are not afraid to share with us some of the things that they've experienced, some of the things that they know. They don't necessarily have to know why or how, but they know. And that's amazing. And those are some of the insiders, and there's going to be all different kinds of insiders. Now, we talked to, like mediums and tarot card readers and things like that. That's one end of it. There's many arms of the areas in which spiritual insiders in the spiritual realm would be, and well, one of them, and I've mentioned it a time or two in earlier videos, that war. If you were drafted by the government to go to war, you're going to be a soldier. We're going to throw you in some basic training real quick. We're going to ship you out, and you're going to go kill people for us. Okay, well, we're going to talk to some of those guys who went to a war that they didn't start, and the best thing that they did, as far as they're concerned, is that they survived it. But some of them don't survive it all the way. Sometimes there's parts of themselves they leave behind. Because war is a very traumatic thing. But when we get to that part, we'll get to talk about the trenches, what really goes on in the trenches. You're on the edge of the cliff. But insiders in the spiritual realm, what I'm looking for right now, and I'll tell you, I'll even give you my email address. I'll give you an email address where you can contact me. Wow, you ready for that? Oh, I know you can. I know you can. Can you spell Clif Desmond with one F, like it's spelled on my my Facebook profile? If you can spell Clif Desmond with one F, how about insiders at clifdesmond.net? Can you do that? CLIFDESMOND.net. That's insiders at clifdesmond.net. But I will be looking for insiders at clifdesmond.net. Well, Facebook messaging is all right. I don't have Messenger on my phone. I have it on all of my PCs and Macs. They're all on the systems, the big systems. And because, a notification from Facebook Messenger can be really irritating all day long when you're busy doing stuff. When you're busy doing stuff, trying to, make your living and working and doing your job and things like that. It's terrible to be constantly bombarded with everything that's reacting to what you've done on Facebook. Well, you see, when I'm at work, Facebook has nothing to do with that, and I don't have anything to do with Facebook when I'm at work, and there's no sense in my phone rattling all the time about, messages. So I keep it off the phone. However, when I do get home, which is often, I turn on the PC or one of the big systems, not the phone, and I will check my Facebook messages. And if you try to friend me on Facebook, as long as it's not just one picture of a real pretty girl, one picture, and she wants to friend you, a friend request for you. There are all kinds of tricksters out there, and I don't just accept anybody who friends me, pretty faces especially. In fact, I delete and block most of those because there's nothing else at all about them on their profile. I'll get a friend request, I'll check the profile. If I see your page and I see your friends and I see your likes and I see all the stuff that you post, then yeah. And it tells me where you're from. Are you from my area or not? I have friends all over the world. But I have other interests on the internet that have people from my area. And I don't want to block them just because I think they might be, just trying to be deceitful with people, because that's what they do. But this has been a test just to see if I can follow along like everybody else does, and by showing you different things that are available here in my virtual condo. The test seems successful. I think I'll be able to get the hang of this. I know how to share screens with you and things like that. I know how to keep my little picture in the corner so that you can see me at all times when I'm looking up at there's a big screen up there I'm looking at. So I get to drive in. You like my dining room table? Did I show you the restaurant our condo association approved and put together? We can actually bring our guests downstairs into. What do you think? You see the little tables? I don't know. I've got to move out the way a little bit. You see the little tables over here? Yeah. And they're over here too. And the fish are all above us it's a pretty cool place. And hey, we'll have to virtually invite you over one of these days. The edge of the cliff, very much an edge indeed, but still, there's that wall your back's against when you're sitting up against the mountain back. Not on the edge, I'm on the edge, and behind me is over the edge. You're safe. You're okay. That's the way I've always explained the edge of the cliff. Because as a seeker, while we were out seeking all the secrets that we were looking for and all the hidden knowledge that had been buried that we were looking for, we found quite a bit of it. And we'll be sharing it on the edge with the cliff. But remember, the insiders in the spiritual realm, I'm looking for you, and I want to get you in a little Zoom cast together. One of these weekends, I love doing them on weekends. I have more time to do them. I can, though, if I have to, I can arrange for a night shot, okay? A night shoot, or whatever you want to call it. But thanks for participating and putting up with me with this little test from my virtual condo. Now, where did that virtual condo go? I do have all kinds of virtual backgrounds. Have you ever seen this one? Or how about, here's one of my favorites. With Halloween coming up. With Halloween coming up, I'd use this one. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. And we're out of this world. And we're out of here. And I'd like to thank you for participating in this little episode of The Edge with the Cliff.